You know, every day it's amazing how things change. There's perception and then there's reality. And I think they're both important. You need a good perception when it comes to a product. You want people to think positively about the product. You want to change minds. And Xbox is doing all of that with Game Pass, with the $299 console, the lowest price for entry into next gen. They're doing that with games day and date and Game Pass, big games, right? Like Outriders, which is okay. MLB 2021, which is huge. NHL 2021, another huge sports title. So the perception around Xbox is changing, but in order to take that perception and turn it into something tangible, turn it into the reality of selling well and doing well, that's still a ball that's in Microsoft's court. They still have to create some great content, and they have to create content that all people of all different tastes in gaming respond to. But the reality is that the PlayStation 5 is the fastest selling console in history. That's with this chip shortage. That's with this manufacturing shortage. That's with consoles being insanely impossible to find anywhere. It is the fastest selling console up to this point from launch till now in history. And it's also the console that's made the most money, the most revenue up to this point from launch. So you can make arguments like, well, every console that's put on the shelf sells, and Sony just put more consoles out there. But the point is, they put more consoles out there, and people bought them. And if Xbox didn't put the same amount, then you could say, well, if they put the same amount, maybe people would have bought the same amount, and they'd be tied. But the differentiator here is the revenue, the cash that people are spending on the system indicates the fact that that's their purchase for next generation. Most people don't buy two consoles. Most people aren't hardcore. Most people buy one console. And it looks like a lot of people want that PlayStation 5. So if you hear things like people are losing confidence in the PlayStation 5, they have more confidence in the PlayStation 4. Well, if you're a sane person, you look at this and you say, well, if that was true, they wouldn't be buying the PlayStation 5 in a greater amount than the PlayStation 4 when it launched. So, perception and reality. Xbox is doing great, but this is before everyone's games hit. Think about this one as well. Spider-Man Miles Morales has just sold more than The Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima combined. Think about that. Think about what will happen when Spider-Man 2, the sequel to Spider-Man, comes out, when they start marketing up that game. Think about how many copies, how many consoles are going to be sold. So again, perception for Microsoft is great. All they need to do now is deliver that perception into a reality of great games in Game Pass to combat their competitor. And Sony having the fastest selling console in history happened while Microsoft has Game Pass, while they have xCloud, while they have games on PC, while they have the ecosystem everywhere. And the PlayStation 5 is the fastest selling console in history, both in units sold and in revenue and cash. So again, I'm not trying to make this about PlayStation being better. There's perception and there's reality. Sony has been able to take the perception over the years and turn it into a reality of brand loyalty, of expectation of great games. Microsoft is now changing that perception, and the onus is on them to turn that perception into the reality of increased sales and great content from first party in Game Pass. So let me know what you think about this record. Let me know what you think about the fact that Miles Morales sold more than The Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima combined. Do you think that this is going to continue? Do you think this is an indication that the PlayStation 5 is going to be the most sought-after console this generation? Or do you think Microsoft is going to take that perception, make those great first-party games, and turn it into a reality of being a top-selling console this generation? Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.